So good day, I am Sheila Marie P. Olen. Now I'm talking about life-threatening conditions. So first is yung katawan natin is kailangan ng oxygen. Ang bumubuo rito yung mga cells kaya tayo nabubuhay, ayun nga yung supply of oxygen, then yung vital ng flow ng oxygen to your cell being provided the two important body system working together. So, ano nga ba yun? Yung the respiratory system and the circulatory system. Ang respiratory system ay yung nagbe-bring ng oxygen needed to keep alive into the body. Then we breathe oxygen when we breathe in. Air enters the body through the nose and mouth and it travels to down and the throat through the windpipe esophagus. Dito yan sa loob ng dun nagfo-flow yung oxygen and then flow yung oxygen pa lungs. And the pathway from the nose and the mouth to lungs is called airway. Ayun yung tawag sa daluyan ng hangin. Then, in order for the enter of the lungs, the airway must be opened the lungs into the oxygen in the airway is picked up by the blood and carried it to all cells of the body through the circulatory system. So, ayun nga, yung respiratory emergencies naman is respiratory emergencies. Ito yung nag-occur when person normal breathing stop that the person can breathe enough to air and to stay alive without constant supply of oxygen within 4 to 6 minutes, the brain will begin to die. So mamamatay yung isang tao kapag yung hangin ay hindi nadaluyan ng hangin within 4 to 6 minutes. Then, in this situation, rescue breathing should be administered immediately. And then, yung causes ng respiratory emergencies, mostly common happen when the airway becomes obstruct. There are the two types of airway obstruction. It is called anatomic obstruction and mechanical obstruction. Yung pinagkaiba nun is yung anatomic obstruction, ito yung nangyayari lamang yung kapag yung tongue natin or yung tissue, the throat block the person airway. This could happen when the airway is blocked by the back of the tongue dropping down into the throat. This is the most common cause of airway obstruction and often happens when the unconscious person is lying on the back. A person's airway is a cold block when tissues in the throat swell or swelling. Swelling can be caused by injuries such as allergic, insect bites and sting, blow to the neck, and burns, poison, and certain disease and illness. So, yung mechanical obstruction happens naman, ito yung nangyari lamang yung airway kapag yung partly na completely blocked by the following. Kunyari na lamang yung mga food, candy, small toy, fluids, including vomit and blood mucus or saliva. Ayun lamang po yung sa rescue breathing, ito yung kailangan natin na mag-collapse. Ito yung if you find someone has collapsed, mangyari lamang na quickly survey to the scene and start doing primary survey. So ano nga ba yung mga primary survey? Ito yung number 1, check for unresponsiveness. Ito yung pagtingin sa mga nawalan ng malay. And ito yung yung primary, yung pagtap kung okay lang ba siya, ganyan. Then yung sunod is 2 is shout for help. So, kailangan mo nang humingi ng tulong kapag ang person ay hindi na gumagalaw or hindi or walang malay. Need to get the attention bystander. You can ask to the emergency for help and primary survey has been done. Number 3 is position the victim. So, kailangan mo yung victim dapat yung back niya, i-rolling mo the victim as a unit. This will help to avoid twisting the body and making any other injuries worse. Katulad na lamang na kneel facing the victim midway between victim's hips and shoulders, or strengthen the victim's leg if necessary. Then, take note, the most condition requiring rescue breaths or CPR are not associated with major injuries. However, a small number of the victim who require rescue breathing or CPR may have received a serious injury to the head or neck or back. Moving this victim are opening the airway and chin tilt may result in further damage or injury. So, number 4 is opening the airway. So, kailangan mong i-open yung mouth or then kailangan mong i-tilt yung head and chin lift, and ayun. Yung datang, kailangan mong tanggalin kailangan mong ilabas or hilahin para mas makahinga siya ng maayos or magkaroon ng daloy ng hangin sa kanyang katawan. Then, number 5 is check for breathlessness. Ito yung 5 sense or 4 sense na look, listen, and feel for breathing. And then, kailangan mong pakiramdaman with the head of tilted back to the chin lifted, and check for the see if the victim is breathing. Then, steps to the check breathing is keep the victim head tilted and back and the chin lifted in order to keep the airway open. Then, number 6, give 2 full breaths. So, ayun nga yung pagbibigay ng hangin sa mouth to mouth, or para magkaroon din siya ng hangin sa loob ng katawan. If the victim is not breathing, you must administer immediately artificial respiration by giving air into his lungs. So, number 7 is check for a pulse at the sides of the neck. So, dito mo siya i-check dito kung may malay or kung may tubok pa ba yung pulse niya. Then, para ma-check mo yung victim's heart is beating by feeling for pulse at the side of the neck. And then, number 8 is fall calls or emergency call kapag system for help. Yun, kailangan mo nang tumawag kung kailangan mo ng tulong. Then, number 9 is start the keys of life. Rescue breathing. If the victim has a pulse but not breathing, begin rescue breathing. If you do not feel the pulse and victim is not breathing, start CPR. So, kapag hindi mo naramdaman na humihinga yung tao pero may pulse naman, you can give 2 breaths or more than that breaths. Basta magkaroon lang siya ng hangin sa katawan. Ito yung give 1 breath every 5 seconds at the rate of 1.5 seconds per breath, or 12 per minute, watching the chest to rise and giving breath to the count in his manner, or 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, etc. So, ayun. So, yung number 10 naman is rechecking the pulse. Ito yung dito mo ginagawa yung, pwedeng dito, pwede rin pa rin dito sa, sa may neck. Tawag dito, carotid pulse. Kapag dito, radial pulse. After 1 minute, check the victim pulse, keep the airway open, and feel the carotid pulse for 5 seconds. So, mag-check ka ng pulse nila in 5 seconds. Kung wala pa rin ba yung pulse or yung breath nila, kung kapag wala pa rin malay, so need mo mag-check. So, that's all. And I hope you learn some educational rescue. Thank you. That's all.